Hey everyone, welcome to AstroScoop. This is Jeff, the astrology coaching channel that does a deep dive into the planets and signs of the zodiac. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and almost Happy New Year. In today's video, the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. December 19th to the 25th comprises the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. The rulers of this cusp are Jupiter for Sag and Saturn for Capricorn. Now this is an interesting mix for cusp signs. The two main themes here are, for Jupiter, which is Sag, is expansion and magnification. Saturn is lessons and contraction. I hope this beautiful sun energy here isn't distracting, but I wanted to leave it. It's really strong. If you're born on this cusp, or you know someone who is, you'll know that at any given day, there's a very strong marked presence of jovial, fun-loving qualities and those serious, realistic Capricorn qualities. And what's interesting is it really depends on the day, whether they're closer to the end of Sag or closer to the very beginning of Capricorn. Now, of course, we just started the winter solstice. So a very early Capricorn, to me, obviously is a Saturn-ruled Capricorn. It would be almost the first decanate, with occasional bouts of being jolly and jovial. Whereas if you're born on, let's say, December 19th, you're at the very end of Sag, and you're at the very beginning of the cusp. I would guess you are a jovial person with occasional bouts of being serious or even melancholy or depression. The key phrases are Sag is I see and Capricorn is I use. So there's a lot of foreseeing, almost prophetic abilities for people on this combination, and also I use, those realistic and concrete grounded qualities. The modes are intuition for fire and sensation for earth. And the fire-earth combination gives these folks a very imposing presence and a stately presence with Jupiter and Saturn. Strengths are intense zeal and determination in life. And they're often inscrutable, which can be a positive or negative depending on how you look at it. And because these folks usually have a serious outlook on life, although with a little optimism there, they are good with silence. So their actions speak louder than their words. The negatives, or if a Capricorn Sag misfires, they can be sort of unfriendly or antisocial. When I was coming up for the text for this video, for some reason I was very blocked, and I'm not sure why. And I think one reason is I have not personally known or coached or worked with many Sagittarius Capricorn cusp people. It's probably one of the cusps that I've known the least amount of people and had the least amount of contact with. So if you are born on the 19th of December or the 20th all the way up to the 25th, please comment. I would love to know what your experiences are if you are on this cusp, or if you're someone that is close to someone on this cusp. I would love it, because like I said, I haven't known many people and it kind of baffles me. But probably the biggest misfire and the biggest lesson for people on this cusp is push-pull. Push-pull. So any of you know, if you have Jupiter strong in your chart, if you are a Sag, or if you have Sagittarius rising, or you have a stellium in Sagittarius, or Jupiter's in strong angles, you'll know that Jupiter always wants to magnify and expand. And of course, more is not always better. So Saturn wants to contract, constrict. Saturn wants to reserve its resources and use them prudently, correctly, and in a punctual, effective manner. So obviously, with Saturn and Jupiter, which are diametrically opposed, there's push-pull, push-pull. That to me is the biggest lesson, is trying to mitigate and balance that push-pull so there isn't too much fun and there isn't too much seriousness in their lives. Being born on or around the winter solstice, these folks can have psychic or psychic-like abilities Now, whether you believe in that or not is your choice, and whether you've experienced it or not. But these folks can definitely blend a far-seeing, visionary quality with very, very sharp, grounded, realistic views on politics, the public, and the community at large. So the celebrity I picked for this cusp, it's actually two brothers, the Gibb brothers, Maurice and Robin Gibb, born in 1949, which comprised half of the Bee Gees, and they were both born on December 22nd on this cusp. And of course, the Bee Gees as a group were very, very successful and had a very, very unique blend of warmth and emotion in their music. But if you listen to the Gibb brothers that are very early Capricorns, they bring an unmistakable earthiness, I think, to the group. But there's also that warmth of the Sag quality there. And the Bee Gees' music is somewhat emotional, but some of it isn't that emotional. So people born on the orientation like the Gibb brothers on this cusp are more earthy and more fiery. So they're not necessarily strongly mental or strongly emotional. Here are some lyrics from the Bee Gees, which included the input of Maurice and Robin Gibb. How deep is your love? I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think I care for you when you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really mean to learn, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. That's good stuff. Classic from the 70s. And I think the Bee Gees actually go way back to the 60s. They were really, really young when they started out. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and talking about the Sag Capricorn cusp. I know we just passed it. Stay tuned. I have a Capricorn video coming very soon just for you Capricorns. Until the next one, stay safe and be yourself.